Hi, I'm with Taher Behbehani, and we're at the BroadSoft Connections event, and there have been a lot of important things being said here. So first, what are the key messages BroadSoft is discussing at Connections?
So as always, we talk about our innovations, our products, the case studies and successes with our customers and our ecosystem partners. We also speak quite a bit about our channel management program, which we call Powered by BroadSoft. And of course, this year, this event was a pleasant surprise of the announcement of Cisco to acquire BroadSoft.
So what should your service provider partners be thinking about going forward with this Cisco announcement?
I think if you sum it up, and we've discussed this with many of them in the past few days, I think, and they recognize it, I think if you sum it up, you will see that there's more choice and there's more coverage. I would sum it up into that. Choice in the sense that service providers have excellent go-to-market and channel distribution in a certain segment of the market, and their brand is highly valuable, and they know that quite well. And that's the area and the segment that we work with them extensively. And I think Cisco potentially will be able to enhance that quite a bit. It gives them more choice, bundles, offers. As the sizes of the enterprises get larger, I think Cisco has a more dominant position in terms of their product bundles and go-to-market and channels. And that's perhaps something that could be also beneficial to service providers. So I think all in all, it's a good combination. It gives them more choice and breadth.
Is there anything that they should maybe be concerned about?
You know, it's people ask that question, and they've asked this. The change is always, is something that makes people uncomfortable. We embrace it. We have to. This is the nature of the technology market. Nothing stays the same. I think overall, I have to say, if the deal isn't done, we're still two separate companies. But I've been very personally impressed with the announcements, the commitment that the Cisco team has made to be here, to get up in front of everyone, very point blank and very frank and very authentically say they're committed. I mean, they made it as clear as possible. And I thought it was a very nice gesture on their part, and a very real sort of a dedication to making sure the message gets out. So I was pleased with that, and I think the industry should also take note.
Yeah, and it was nice to see Rowan, and he addressed the analysts and spent some time with us.
I think he did very well. I think it was Mike and Rowan both got up. I thought it was showed a common camaraderie of thinking. I mean, when they got up and they said, "Listen, we should share the common vision," we said, "Wow, this is interesting. There's a lot of interesting things we could do to improve this whole marketplace." I think it was absolutely real. If you read what Cisco says and what Rowan had said before, and in discussions with some of them with you, and if you've been with us, you've seen us as well. If you followed us since 3 years ago when we had this whole future of work, right? So a lot of that whole vision, a lot of the passion that I think you see in us is shared by both of the teams. This is the beginning of a major, I think, upside for all of us as an industry, both in terms of technology, in terms of go-to-market experiences. So I think the two companies will be will drive this forward for everyone.
Okay, great. So some other things that you talked about, Powered by BroadSoft, you made quite a few changes to that, or made some enhancements and additions. Can you talk about that?
So sure. So we launched Powered by BroadSoft last year. The objective for Powered by BroadSoft, which is our channel management program, is really to streamline the go-to-market, sort of think of it as the delivery of application services products into the marketplace through the service provider channel. So we started by, we formed this channel management program to help them the best we could. We focused quite a bit on selling last year and helping them sell to the end user. Digital marketing, buyer's journey, basically streamlining that whole experience. Really looking at it from the user experience and not the other way around, and making it easy for them to go to market. We spend a lot of time and effort, and to be quite honest, the sort of the engagement and the demand was much higher than we expected, and we're somewhat overwhelmed by it in a pleasant way. But it was a partnership. It worked really well. Then through the dialogue we have had with them, they told us, listen, there's more. We got to be doing onboarding. It takes too long for these products we deliver. It just takes too long. We know that. And that's not good. We also need to make sure we focus on the end user adoption of our applications as services, because both of these are areas that we have to add to. So we enhanced and we improved, or we increased the focus to also cover these two areas. And we have dedicated teams, just like we did with sales and go-to-market and marketing functions. And we have engineering, what I call professional services teams across the organization dedicated to also address this issue head-on, the onboarding and time to market.
Okay, great. And user adoption is something I've been talking about for a long time, and I'm glad to see that that's part of the whole Powered by BroadSoft.
Absolutely, and you've always been right, and I concur and agree with you wholeheartedly. It's something, we used to deliver products and then say, okay, goodbye, nice to see you, and we'll never call you again. And now we're saying, hello, how are you, and we're going to live together, and we're going to share a common experience, and we're going to make sure that we remain relevant, and that we are going to basically make sure that you run your operations better with us, and we help you so you don't need to worry about things you don't need to worry about. We'll take care of that. So that whole nurturing, adoption, deploying the functions and features that are fundamental for the business is absolutely key. And certain industries do it very well. Our objective and hope is to learn from them, and we'll deploy the best practices and even more. And in fact, going back to the initial discussion we had around Cisco, I think they're also looking at it. They also have a lot of technology which we'll, I'm sure, discover at some point, which we can perhaps together deploy to improve this.
Okay, and last question, can you give us an update about BroadSoft Business?
So BroadSoft Business is a very well-defined, well-packaged, well-presented. I have to tell you, I'm very impressed, and I have to thank my team for doing it, as product marketing guys. Really well-packaged, well-designed, well-articulated suite of applications that we have. It describes capabilities, it describes the functions, around meeting, around unified communications, around contact center and team collaboration. And it describes what the interfaces are, the APIs, and how we want to take it to market. As a developer and as an ecosystem partner, how do you plug into it? As an enterprise, how do you use it? And as a service provider, how do you deploy it? So it's actually very nicely done. So you sort of get a whole picture of the suite, and what we call BroadSoft Business. So everything we've done before, which may have been different components and with different names by different people, is now all put together in a nicely done package, so everybody understands what we're talking about. Same sort of syntax, same what we call taxonomy.
Okay, thank you, and good luck going forward with Cisco.
It's a pleasure to see you as always. Thank you very much.